Cluck, cluck. Welcome to the Assembly Committee on Education, where today's agenda is as full as a hen house at sunrise. With the committee secretary, our chief chicken, please call the roll.
Assembly members De Silva, Dahlia, DeLong, Flanagan, Hanson, Hardy, Hunt, Koenig, LaRue Hatch, Mosca, Ornthlicker, Chair Torres Fawcett.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Please mark any hens or roosters that are currently absent, excuse, and mark them present as they arrive. We would like to extend a warm welcome to the audience here in Carson City, those joining us by video conference from the Las Vegas Roost, and all of our chicks tuning in online. In honor of our secretary, today is Chicken Day at the Nevada State Assembly. Please silence your electronic squawk boxes. If you'd like to testify today, kindly If you'd like to testify today, please sign in at the table by the door and scratch down your name. Don't forget to leave a feather or a business card with the committee secretary. If you're nesting online, please mute your mic when you are not clucking to avoid unnecessary barnyard noise. When it is your turn to crow, turn your mic on and state your name and any flock affiliation for the record. Then back the mic off when you are finished. Handouts should be provided to my committee staff up to 24 hours in advance. Let's remember to treat each other with coop courtesy and mutual respect, even when our feathers get ruffled by differing views. Committee members may be pecking at their laptops to view the materials. This doesn't mean that they're ignoring the barnyard chatter. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get this session scratching. So we do have a work session today, and so we'll go ahead and open the work session. It appears I might have a question already. Yes, Assemblymember Flanagan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to know who did you write all that and how much time did it take you to? I'm trying to find one, but it's not coming to me that quickly.
We've just been working on it all day. The hen house has been hard at work, and so I appreciate everyone's commitment in this hardest working coup. And I'll go ahead and pass us over. At this time, we're opening the work session, and so I'll go ahead and pass it over to Ms. Lower.
Thank you, Chair. Kelly Lower, Committee Policy Analyst. The first measure for work session is Senate Bill 38, which revises provisions relating to school emergency operations plans. This bill is sponsored by the Senate Committee on Education on behalf of the Division of Emergency Management of the Office of the Military. The committee heard this measure on April 24th. Senate Bill 38 authorizes the Division of Emergency Management to disseminate school emergency operation plans to a local public safety agency in the event of an act of terrorism or related emergency or for emergency preparedness, coordination, and response efforts. This authorization also applies to any updates or approved deviations of these plans. There are no amendments for this measure.
Members, do I have any questions in regard to this bill? With that, I will go ahead and accept a motion to do pass SB 38. I have the motion from Assemblymember Hanson. Do I have a second? I have the second from Assemblymember Mosca. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This motion does pass unanimously with one absent excuse, and I will go ahead and assign that floor statement to Assemblymember Hanson. We will click on.
Kelly Lower, Committee Policy Analyst. The next measure on work session is Senate Bill 45, which revises provisions relating to educational programs, and this is the first reprint. This is sponsored by Senate Committee on Education on behalf of the Department of Education. The committee heard this measure on April 24th. Senate Bill 45 revises the calculation of the limit on the grant amount to school districts and charter schools for career and technical education, or CTE, programs by providing the limit is based on the proportion of pupils enrolled in advanced courses within a CTE program rather than the proportion of all pupils enrolled in CTE programs. Additionally, Senate Bill 45 requires the Board of Trustees of a school district and governing body of a charter school that offers a work-based learning, or WBL, program to submit a report to the State Board of Education and the legislature containing WBL program information that is also required to be reported pursuant to the federal Strengthening CTE for the 21st Century Act. There are no amendments for this measure.
Members, are there any? It shouldn't be any questions because there's no amendments. With that, I will go ahead and accept a motion to do pass. I have the motion from Assemblymember Mosca. Do I have a second? I have I have a fight for seconds. The coup is on it today. So I'll go ahead and assign that. I'll go ahead and give that second to Assemblymember LaRue Hatch. Is there any questions before we take a vote? All right. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This motion does pass unanimously with one absent excused, and I'll go ahead and assign that floor statement to Assemblymember LaRue Hatch.
Kelly Lower Committee Policy Analyst. The next measure on work session is Senate Bill 52, which revises provisions relating to education. This bill is sponsored by the Senate Committee on Education on behalf of the Department of Education. The committee heard this measure on April 24th. Senate Bill 52 authorizes a pupil who would otherwise be retained in grade 3 to receive a good cause exemption for promotion to grade 4 by demonstrating mastery of the academic standards in reading for grade 3 rather than beyond grade 3. The bill also requires the Board of Trustees of each school district to determine the percentage in addition to the number of certain pupils enrolled in the school district. Finally, Senate Bill 52 revises, for reporting purposes, the definition of long-term English learner to mean a pupil classified as an English learner for more than 6 consecutive years after the pupil was first identified as such. There are no amendments for this measure.
At this time, I'll go ahead and accept a motion to do pass. I have the motion from Assemblymember Mosca, and I have the second from Assemblymember Hunt. Any further discussion? Hearing no clucks, I will go ahead and we'll take a vote. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This motion does pass unanimously with one absent excused. We'll continue on and I will assign that floor statement to Assemblymember Hunt.
Kelly Lower Committee Policy Analyst. The next measure on work session is Senate Bill 115, reprint 1, which makes various changes relating to bilingual education. This bill is sponsored by Senator Cruz Crawford. The committee heard this measure on May 1st. Senate Bill 115 requires the Commission on Professional Standards in Education to adopt regulations requiring teachers to have an endorsement in bilingual education in order to teach pupils enrolled in a bilingual education program. It also authorizes a school district or charter school to provide an annual $2,500 stipend to teachers who hold such an endorsement and teach bilingual education. Any stipend provided to a teacher at a charter school or a school in a district with more than 100,000 students must be paid from the school's budget. Lastly, the bill requires school districts and charter schools to report the number of employees who receive such a stipend to certain entities. Senator Cruz Crawford proposed an amendment for this measure, allowing teachers currently enrolled in a bilingual endorsement program and teaching in a bilingual program to receive the annual stipend created by this measure.
Members, do we have any questions? Doesn't appear there are any. At this time, I'll accept a motion to amend and do pass. I have the motion from Assemblymember Mosca, and I have the second from Vice Chair De Silva. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This motion does pass unanimously with one absent excuse, and I will assign that floor statement to Vice Chair De Silva.
Kelly Lower Committee Policy Analyst. The next measure on work session is Senate Bill 293, reprint 1, which revises provisions relating to intercollegiate athletics. This bill is sponsored by Senator Lang. The committee heard this measure on April 29th. Senate Bill 293 eliminates existing prohibitions that, 1, prevent student athletes from being compensated for the use of their name, image, or likeness, NIL, by certain organizations, 2, prevent a current student athlete from being compensated for their NIL, and 3, alter a student athlete's scholarship due to compensation received for their NIL by certain organizations. The bill also authorizes a student athlete to enter into an NIL contract with an institution or a national collegiate athletic association and provides that such contracts and related communications are confidential and are not public records. Finally, Senate Bill 293 requires that money received by a university foundation designated to support the NIL of a student athlete must only be used for the purpose specified by the donor. Senator Lang proposed an amendment to remove subsection 5 of section 2, which specifies that money received by a university foundation designated to support the NIL of a student athlete must only be used for the purpose specified by the donor.
Members, do you have any questions on the amendment? It doesn't appear there are any, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to amend and do pass. I had the motion from Assemblymember Flanagan, and I have the second from Vice Chair De Silva. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please click aye. Any opposed? This motion does pass unanimously, one absent excuse, and I'll assign that floor statement to Assemblymember Flanagan. And at this time, we'll go ahead and close the work session in today's assembly coup on education. And we'll move on to the final item on today's agenda, public comment. Just a reminder, each person has up to 2 minutes to hatch their thoughts and share their testimony. Written public comment may be submitted to the committee up to 24 hours in advance. Plenty of time to get your ducks or chickens in a row. Is there anyone in person who would like to step up to the roost and give public comment? Thank you. Please don't forget to state and spell your name for the record.
Good. Good afternoon, members. Brad Keating for the record, representing Clark County School District. Happy to be here with a wonderful good news minute with my colleague, Mr. Flores. I wanted to take the moment today to talk about an incredible farm that we have at Moapa Valley High School. It's a working farm. It's been open since 1988. It's an incredible opportunity. CTE STEM activities for our students to do. They've got a number of cows out there. They've had a bull out there. They even have some chickens. And we've had a number of clucking students go through that program. So we're very excited about what that program does every day. While I was there, a student did tell me one thing, and I'll leave you with this. The student asked me, why did the chicken cross the road? I didn't know what the answer was, and he told me, because! Thank you.
Michael Flores, the University of Nevada, Reno, here for a Good News Minute. I'm not going to clucking do that, but our women's softball team recently won the Mountain West Championship. We're very proud of our women's softball team. Our men's baseball team is doing really well as well. And I will mention that we have a number of farms throughout the state with a lot of chickens, and that's our Good News Minute. Thank you.
Thank you, although not nearly as entertaining as Dr. Keating's. But it seems like you all were in chief pecking order. With that, I don't see anybody else here in Carson City nor in the coup in Las Vegas. ABH, is there anyone on the line wishing to testify in public comment?
Thank you, Chair. The public line is open and working. We have no callers at this time.
Thank you. Are there any final thoughts from committee members before we fly the coop? It doesn't appear that there are any, so seeing no further business before us, this meeting is officially adjourned in honor of our Chief Chicken, Secretary Lindsay. I'm tied to head back to the hen house.